Hello 11th class students, welcome. I am Sachin Mishra. This is our first video lecture on mathematics, and to start with this, we have chosen the topic logarithm. Logarithm is not only important in mathematics; it is equally important in other subjects as well, and it is continuously used in many chapters, many topics. So that's why we have selected this topic. So let us start with. So students, as I mentioned that our today's topic for 11th class will be logarithm. This is our first topic. This is the basics of mathematics, means because we have to learn so many things where this logarithm is used. So let us learn about it in the beginning. See, let us first give the definition of logarithm. See students, you know that every positive real number n can be expressed in exponential form a raised to x is equal to n. Means if suppose a is any number, its x power gives you n. Then in this case, this is exponential form. As I mentioned, this is exponential form. Here a is any number whose base is x, whose power is x. A is called the base. Then if its value is n, see here we are limiting this expression in such a way that n is positive real number and a is also positive real number. Then this exponential form can also be expressed in another form, and that is called as logarithmic form. This relation, we can write this relation or this expression in logarithmic form as log n to the base a is equal to x. So you have to make it clear that this is logarithmic expression. It is read as log n to the base a, which is equal to x. Only difference is here this is exponential form, a raised to x is equal to n, and its conversion into logarithmic form is log n to the base a is equal to x. Means here, if we want to find x, what does it mean? It means that we want to find that which power of a will give you n. It means that. So this is very simple and very easy. It has some properties. For which values of a and nx does this hold? Let us make it clear that here the first thing is, note that number 1, n must be greater than 0. This n must be greater than 0. This is called as argument of the logarithmic function. Second thing is a is greater than 0. This must be also a positive value only. And third thing, that a is not equal to 1. That this a cannot be equal to 1. Although it is positive, 1 is also positive, but a cannot be equal to 1. Got it? Now see, since this is logarithmic function, for every value of n we will get unique value of x, or for any value of x we will get unique value of log n if a is fixed. See, whenever we write log n to the base a, it means that a is fixed. A is certain number like 2, 3, 4. It can be even decimal also, 1.2, 1.3, 0.2, 0.3, like this one. This a is fixed, and we will put different values of n to get different values of x. And the fourth thing, here we have noted that n is greater than 0, a is greater than 0, is not equal to 1. Fourth thing is that logarithm of 0 does not exist. So that's why it is already clear that n is greater than 0. So because n logarithm of 0 does not exist, so it is cleared that n is greater than 0. Not even for negative numbers it exists. Okay. Now there are some fundamental properties of logarithm. Some fundamental properties or identities, we can say. Some basic key concepts are, the first thing is log of 1 to any base is always 0. Then log of n to any base n is equal to 1. Means if base and the argument they both are same, then log n is always 1. This is true for any real number. Any real number in this limitation means log 2 to the base 2 is always 1. Log 3 to the base 3 is always 1. Similarly, in this case, log 1 to the base a is 0. So whatever be the value of n, log 1 is always 0. Log 1 to the base 2 is also 0. Log 1 to the base 3 is also 0. Log 1 to the base 4 is also 0. So every time whenever this argument is 1, for any base a, this is 0 only. Then third one is log n to the base 1 by n, this is equal to -1, or we can also say that log 1 by n to the base n, this is also -1. This is also -1. There are certain properties from which we can understand this property, and these are called as these are fundamental properties. There are few more important properties. Let us discuss them. The fourth one is this one. Fourth one is log m into n to some base a is equal to log m to that base a log n to that base a. This is also called as product rule or product law. Then fifth one is log m upon n to some base a is log m to the base a minus log n to that base a. This is called as quotient law or division law. This holds true for every logarithmic expression. Whenever there is product of numbers in the argument, it can be expressed as sum of two logarithmic functions. Similarly, if there is quotient or division of two numbers, then it can be expressed as difference of two logarithmic expressions. This next one is log n to the power m. This one with some base a, it can be expressed as m log n with that base. Make it clear here, this m is power of n. If in the argument there is any exponential expression, this one n has some power m, then this power can become coefficient of this logarithmic expression, means m goes here. It can be expressed as m into log n. This is called as power rule. And also make it clear that this m is power of only n, not this whole expression log n. If m is power of the whole expression log n, then this property does not hold. Then there are few more properties. This is power rule. One more property is there which is called as base changing rule. Let's discuss that. The base changing rule is, suppose there is a logarithm of a number, suppose n to the base a, then it can be expressed as log n to the base, suppose b, upon log a to the base b. This is called as base changing rule. Base changing rule or base changing formula also it can be called as. Here log n to the base a can be expressed as log n to the base b upon log a to the base b, means we can introduce another base. Here it is noted that b is greater than 1, b is not equal to 0, it is clear. And this value is chosen so that this denominator does not become 0, means a should not be equal to 1. Then we can introduce new base b, log n to the base b upon log a to the base b, and following this we can introduce one more rule, that is one more formula, that is log of a to the base b can be expressed as 1 upon log b to the base a. So these are few very simple rules of logarithm, and there are some other concepts also, that is, see, the logarithm expressed with base as 10, logarithm expressed with base as 10 is called as common logarithm. Common logarithm and logarithm expressed with base e is called as natural logarithm. Means if we have to find suppose log 2 to the base 10, this expression is called as common logarithm. Common logarithm because in physics and chemistry and in other fields also, in many fields, we need to find logarithm of many numbers, and that logarithm can be found when it is expressed with base 10 by the use of logarithmic table. So that's why this is commonly used in many other fields with base 10. So that's why it is called as common logarithm. And in case of mathematical functions, generally in many mathematical functions we have to evaluate or we have to deal with questions of logarithm with base as e, and with base as e, this logarithm is called as natural logarithm. The natural logarithm is also expressed in this way. Ln 2 means log of 2 to the base e is sometimes expressed as ln 2 in many cases. This is natural logarithm. So this was all about the logarithm, its concepts and its properties. There are few questions. Let us try to solve some questions so that it is clear to you. Number 1, if we have to express 81 is equal to 3 raised to 4 in logarithmic form, then its logarithmic form is very simple. It is log of 4 to the base log of 81 to the base 3 is equal to 4. This is its logarithmic form. Means what we have to do while expressing in logarithmic form, you have to keep the base as it is. You only have to interchange this 81 and 4. Means here 81 will come along with log and the answer is 4. Means it's very simple. If I ask you what is log of 81 to the base 3, so it means you have to find what power of 3 will give you 81. So it is 4. This answer is 4. If in another question, if I ask you that if suppose log of m to the base 4 is equal to 1.5, then find m if I ask you to find m, then how to find it? You know that this is logarithmic expression. So every logarithmic expression can be expressed as exponential form. So its exponential form, converting it into exponential form, will give you 4 raised to 1.5 is equal to m. Means here 4 will be expressed as this power 1.5, and that will be the value of m. We cannot students, we cannot directly evaluate 4 is to 1.5 as it is in decimal. So to evaluate m, what we have to do, this it is very simple. Simply express 1.5 as 3 by 2. It's clear. Now you know that 4 is 2 square, 2 square raised to 3 by 2. So by exponential power of power rule, this 2 is cancelled. So clearly m is equal to 2 cube. What remains here? 2 cube means m is equal to 8. This is your answer. So in similar way, we can evaluate other problems also of logarithm. See, I will give you, we have discussed all the properties of logarithm and all the definitions and fundamental concepts. So nothing much is remained here. So I will give you a worksheet of logarithm chapter only, containing few easy and some difficult level questions also. So as soon as you complete this logarithm video, then you will get the worksheet also and you start solving it. Any doubt or any difficulty, any queries will be entertained. Definitely you can ask your doubts in your comments or by any other means. We'll definitely try to solve it. So now thank you very much. Now you go through this and enjoy. Thank you.